And so with all the angels, we praise you as in joyful celebration we acclaim.
Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus Dominus Deus Sabaoth, plenis in celia terra, gloria tua, hosanna in excelsis, benedictus qui venit in nomine Domini, hosanna in excelsis.
This is the place I normally stream at, but I decided to use the Zhiyun crane. But unfortunately, it didn't stream to YouTube, and I think I know why. It's because we don't have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So apparently, I didn't know this Pinnacle is looked at as a mobile device, and if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, they don't let you stream from a mobile device. So I guess I should have tried to stream from the other app, which does work. I can't think of it right at this second. So anyway, live and learn. I'll try and experiment if I'm going to try this again. I don't think I'm going to try this again unless I really have to. All right, it is time for my walk and talk, because it is fun to walk and talk through church, because this is such a beautiful space. And the Latin Mass, or the Latin singing during the Mass, I think is a great touch during this season. But anyway, it's too bad it didn't work, but be philosophical about it. I always learn something, and give me a chance to play with this gimbal I haven't used in a long time, because it seems to be the only one that works with this phone with the case, and I'm not going to take my phone out of the case. Ooh, I wonder if this door works. Oh, it does. Whew. Right, now I'm going to get loud now that I'm out of church. I can take my mask off too, because there's nobody around. I am not going to take this phone out of its case just because the case makes it too bulky and heavy and not able to balance with gimbals. I think if I fill up to it, there might be another gimbal in my future, also built by this same company, and it's a lighter gimbal, but it's heavy duty enough to work with this phone, and also work with my Osmo Action. And I believe it'll work if it's not all mounted in all the frame and stuff that I have it in now with my Sony Alpha camera. So yeah, and this is a beautiful day, and I got a lot of editing to do that I didn't get to from yesterday because we were so busy having fun on Route 66. So I guess what I'm going to do, I think you guessed it, I think you know. No, I'm not going to be leaving these dogs in the car. I'm not that cruel. They will, I'll come back and get them. I got to get my coffee first. Oh, did I just say the C word? Yes, you know, it's coffee time. Coffee time. I'm going to lock that because I'm coming back. Coffee time. Yes, they are open, aren't they? Whew. Hey, hey. Coffee. And a nice afternoon. It may seem like I may be a little bit selfish at times doing this kind of thing, indulging myself, always going out for coffee or whatever. After all, the missus is with the kids and she's doing the grocery shopping and everything, but Hold on. You got people coming. How's it going? Pretty good. Now I can talk. I'm still shy. Here's my justification for doing this. Hold on, let me pull the camera closer because it's a little ridiculous. The dynamic range is good, but it's not that good. Yeah, I proved my point. I got a wireless mic. I'm a video ninja. I can get a wide shot of myself. Do some camera chicanery. Anyway, so I was thinking about, my selfish dedication to my craft or to my own time. That truck almost ran over that car. Wow. This is my therapy. When I edit, I'm so used to like going out and sitting in a public place and getting into my little world and editing. It's my comfort zone, and it's also kind of my way of getting away from stresses and getting myself organized and everything. So in many ways it's my therapy, and these days I kind of really need it. We all need it. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things that are interconnected with what's going on in the world and what's going on. I mean, for instance, there's 3 kids at, I'm going to call them my son's school, who need a lot of help in the classroom. And every classroom has these kids these days. And they don't necessarily have all the programs that the kids really need to get all the attention they want. And so we know that 90% of the teacher's attention is focused on these 3 kids. And then you add in my son, he's one of them, and he's very perceptive and he's very needy and he needs attention too. So thus, he acts out, and he's young, so he doesn't know that these other 3 kids that he's kind of acting out to get attention, because after all, if they get attention that way, then why can't he? That's a very negative thing, and he's hurting himself. And as much as we're trying to tell him and berate him and punish him and teach him and everything else, it's a hard lesson to learn because he's also falling on old habits, because his other 2 siblings act out too because of their issues, and he follows them as well. So that's the stress. And yesterday's trip was a relief from the stress, but I'm going to spend a little time here working on this, trying to get organized, trying to get my head together. And then I'm going to stress of all stress. We don't even have enough time to dedicate to. We are split so many ways, and it's very stressful. My wife is stressed out. I need to go to her real soon. But we need to go see a friend who's in the hospital now because his life is not very happy, and he's stressed, and it's affecting his health. So all you got to do is tell yourself things will get better, and they will eventually. Things happen in their time, and coffee. So yeah, we're gonna deal with it. I have got so much stuff to edit now. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get to this, but so our friend Ken is in the hospital, and I think it's serious. So I'm waiting on information from the missus to go in there. I guess I can go in there, but in the meantime, I'm hunting for something to eat, and I think I know where I want to go. I don't want to do like fast food, or I want to do something that's kind of local and support a local business. So I guess I'm going to go up to Grinders. Don't pull out in front of me. I hate this intersection. There's the homeless camp. It's growing. It's going to take up this whole park. It's a shame there's so many people who are houseless and destitute. It's hard to come to grips with this without falling out on your own internal biases and judgment. The one thing I will say, though, I've been to countries, I'll say it, I've been to the Philippines, and I don't know what the answer is, but I will say that when homeless people, houseless people take over public spaces, it's hard to go back from that. And then the next thing you know, all the spaces, all the sidewalks are occupied with people that are basically, living on the streets. And yeah, you people will look down your nose at their noses at you for saying that. Oh, that's not the correct way of thinking. I know. The correct way is that we need to deal with the problem, and the way to deal with the problem is find housing, and the way to find housing is there are a lot of empty abandoned buildings around, and there are a lot of people that say they have good hearts and good intentions. We need to match the two things together. And the tiny house situation is kind of a good idea too. But now here's where I sound judgy again, I guess. Part of the problem with a lot of houseless people is the reasons for their houselessness and their destitution, and that is drug abuse, alcohol abuse. And then, there is the biggie, mental illness, and that's always the biggest one, I think. So the mental illness is a matter of national will to invest the amount of money to try and take care of people. We as a nation are judged by how we as a civilization are judged by how we treat the powerless, the elder, the young people. And it's not a good reflection on us as a civilization when we turn our backs on people, and we do. I'm as guilty, So, houselessness, yeah. But it's not the answer of putting people up in parks either. That's just I hope it's a temporary thing, because what will happen is if it goes on, you won't have any parks anymore. You'll have basically more warehousing camps for people that don't have anywhere else to go. And I say this knowing full well that it's not the solution to just say no. And I also say we need to find a place for people where they can get help for their destitution. And I know boy do I know. I know it's not the answer to just turn your backs on people or to say that what this person needs is discipline and harshness, and because that doesn't work. There are plenty of human beings in this world where their problems are bigger than what they can handle, and I'm one of them. We all are. We all have problems that are bigger than us. That's also part of the problem. Instead of us being judgy on ourselves, let's just say, hey, this is hard for me to deal with, hard for me to put my mind around when I've got huge problems at home myself. So anyway, I don't know what the answer is. What part of it is, I think, having conversations and trying to wrap our minds around it. And when I see, a situation like that, unfortunately, I get a visceral response. And part of my visceral response is, yes, I've been places in the world, or a place in the world, where the number of houseless people just overwhelms the society's ability to cope with it. And so all the public spaces are filled with people who are just trying to survive on the streets. What is the answer? I don't know. Anyway, this thing went too long. Like I say, I don't know if this will ever see the light of day because I'm overwhelmed with my editing tasks now. This is why I edit on my phone, because I don't have the time to just spend editing all the time. And it's my profession, so I've figured out workarounds on how to do it quickly and well, I'd say easily, but yeah, more easily. But my workaround is being overwhelmed by the amount of good things I've been shooting lately, and I guess bad things too. So anyway, I'm on the hunt for something to eat, a sandwich hopefully. Or a place that's even open. I've already been past 3 or 4 places and they're not open. And it's not because it's Sunday, it's because of the beerfluenza situation, which is also a reason why there are a lot of people that don't have houses anymore. This is not the best stabilization in the world, that I am in search of a sandwich and not having good luck with it. Partly because of the beer flute, but there's places all over the place out here that are open for business and serving people. So let's try Grinders here, see what luck we have. All right, they are open. Let's try this. I'm going to get the dogs, because I promised the dogs I wouldn't leave them in the car all day. So we're going to the back patio. Tater tots.
No, it was like Tortino's.
But it was cool part for me. It was about 5 blocks.
And Reuben.
I didn't grow up, I was born. So I got to see.
That was delicious. I think I need to walk it off a little bit. Right, Dongs? Right, Dongs? You need to walk it off a little bit.